everyone, my good friends. We want to welcome you. I so backed up on the videos, as you know, but thank God I've got two of the best healers here, and I just want to introduce you to them even more so you'll feel comfortable with them, because I've been working with them for a long time. And you're familiar with Marcie here, who is almost has her naturopathic degree and her herbal degree, master herbalist. But apart from that, she's already degreed. She already has an incredible understanding. She's helping me work with the cancer cells and to explain to you why it's the lymph system more and more. So we have a lot of projects we've been involved in. And we're going to make this website of ours, as I've been telling you, really state-of-the-art for you guys. And I want to thank you for everything you're sending us, all the information. We're processing it here, and we're going to have a kick-ass website that you can get up there, and it'll be a real strong educational site, so I'm excited about that.
Yes, very.
And of course, Jennifer here, I've had her as my personal assistant for a long time, not in that role so she can pick up our level of thinking, but she is going for a doctorate in biology, and she's a phlebotomist. She's well established in the medical community for a lot of years. So she has a lot of knowledge and awareness, and she's been working with my clients for years. So these two are excellent. I'm just kicking back, as you know, just so I can write some books, do more videos so I can talk to you guys, and get some things done we need to do. And it's hard seeing people in one-to-one. I so apologize, but I'm right with these two beautiful ladies. I'm here all the time with them, and we discourse because we're excited about cases. Mm-hmm. And for you healers out there, it's all about the case. And we've talked a lot about this. And what do you do with cases, and how do you work them out of it? Because you're going to have some where you're not going to find any information from us anywhere. You're going to run up against a case where it's going to try your creative imagination. And that's why it's important. And I recommend all of you get a little herb degree, those that are healers, just so you have something on the wall, but so you have a little deeper understanding maybe of botanicals and that sort of thing. But outside of that, I am so proud of each and every one of you. Some of you guys out there have done incredible work with others. I just have to say, and on yourselves. And a lot of you guys have just really taken yourselves up into these high levels of spirituality and high levels of health. I know some of you are still struggling, and that's why we're here, and this is why we all three work together, and we flip ideas constantly, because this lymph issue is so deep now and so involved in the head area. And that's been one of your expertise, is looking at the head area in iridology and understanding people's emotional and more emotional components, like bipolar and schizophrenics and things like this, looking at these lesions in the head in relationship to these. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. Yep. So, say hi.
Hi, guys. I'm Jen B.
Jen B.
And yes, I am working towards my doctorate in biology eventually. I just started seeing clients next week. I'm looking forward to working with so many of you, and maybe some new faces in amongst the old. So if you need to reach me, you know where I'm at, and my assistant is Elizabeth. So just contact her. Yeah.
She's mine too now.
Yeah, she's yours too.
She's actually both of our assistants.
She's pulling a bit of a double duty, I guess we can call it.
And we can't dump any more on your assistant, because she's out like Medusa with 10 arms as it is.
Yeah, right, that's right.
I tell you, there's a lot of work going on here that maybe a lot of you guys don't see or know, but we see a lot of people, and we deal with a lot of people at all levels around the world. And so it's a blessing for us in one way, because we're able to correlate and work with cases. You have this beautiful case that this guy's prostate is, his numbers are so far out. You're talking 600-700 range of PSAs, and you're just doing an incredible job bringing this guy back to Wellville. I'm just really good job. And I've seen some cases that you've been helping and pulling them out of these cancerous areas and things, and just great work. Not that we're talking about diseases, because we're talking about the lymphatic system. Yes. And understanding that system. And once you do, all the answers. It's kind of like once you understand what God is and who it is, all the answers start showing up. No one needs to tell you. You start to see it. You start to know it. And that's the same thing in this field too. And I know so many of you come up to us and said, my God, that's it. I've got the key. I've got the secret. I've got the knowledge and awareness of this.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Very much so.
Yeah, fun stuff. I love it. Of course, there's some tough cases out there, and some of you guys are suffering really bad. And for that, our love comes out to you big time. And understand that sometimes when you open the door of detoxification, the pain can be worse. You can have some bizarre healing crises that some of them are not a lot of fun. We get pictures every day of some of the stuff you guys are getting out of you, and it's like, I mean, we're kind of weirdos here in that way.
Very
And,
much
oh, look at
so.
that tapeworm. Oh, look at that
We
big.
love talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Drew.
Well, you have to think about it. You have toxins and acids and poisons, and it's the acids. So many people come to me and I have a Lyme's problem, or I have an overgrowth of candida, or I have fungus issues or bacteria, and you have to understand those are not your problem. It's the environment that you have created that's in the body that allows those to even be there in the first place. That's not causing your problem, it's the environment. And we're talking about changing the environment of the body. What we're teaching and what we're trying to get out there here, Jen and I were just talking about this, your health is not a fad. What we're talking about here is not a fad. It's about education, and it's about sharing how things truly are. Was it Einstein that said, if you can't explain something simply, you don't know it well enough?
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
so
That
cool.
is, that is exactly Einstein's statement. And you know what? And that is exactly truth.
Yeah.
You can get as intellectual as you want, but you have to be able to pull back and understand the simplicity. And if you don't understand the simplicity, you lose. And if you can understand the simplicity first and then dig into the intellectualism,
Exactly.
keep your simplicity going. That's consciousness. Then the mind won't invade and you won't lose what you know. Yeah.
You won't get sidetracked off of this subject or this vitamin or this, you know, there's a lot of information at your fingertips. There's an opinion on everything out there, and it can get confusing. You have to have a baseline of truth, or you're going to get drawn in so many different directions, and pretty soon you're going to be way out in left field, and you're going to be like, how in the heck did I get out here?
Yeah.
And I've got to get back to truth.
Some of you have already done that.
Yep.
As
I had a client say that she's got so many labels that the medical field has given her, and she's in a way letting this define her and her whole process of detox. And it's no, you have to let that go and get back to what's simple.
Well,
and,
I think that's
you
an
know.
excellent point, is that labels. And that's what you have to be careful. When someone labels you with cancer, you look at the look in people's faces, the fear.
Yeah.
And it's like this police officer, a female, she's in remission. And she was on the news last night, and she was kind of crying, and a beautiful woman, and she's in remission. What she doesn't know is she's not cured, she's not even close, and the likelihood of her passing is strong. She just feels good that she's in remission. Remission is not a good word.
Exactly.
You're looking for complete understanding and complete freedom of acid burns of cells. Because you've got to understand what cancer is. When you start using their nomenclature of diseases, you start getting fearful and lost just like they are. Everything's an autoimmune problem. You know, and so, because they don't understand what causes anything.
Right.
And we said this before, you can't go to the ass end of the donkey.
I love that.
Yeah. But labels, good.
Yes, that's
Do
what
not
she-
wear your labels. Take them off and throw them down. What
Yep.
was it? This was a movie that Blazing Saddles.
I love that.
We don't need no stinking badges. We don't need no stinking labels.
No, we don't.
And it's just a label they've made up because all your body is a bunch of cells, two major fluids, and chemistry only has two sides of it. Hello. It's all simple.
And all the label is a way for the insurance company to charge you more,
Yeah.
for doctors to put you on different prescriptions and things like that.
Yeah.
Get to the root of what your issue is. I don't know how many times people have either been on Skype or sat with me through something. I walked them through what was going on with their body, and they have sat there and they have said, do you know how many doctors I have been to? Not that we're trying to put ourselves above anybody else, but nobody has walked me through what is going on inside my body like that before. Simplify it for them. Get simple. Help them understand it and help them figure out how to reverse that.
Yeah, exactly.
Really important.
That's the educational
Yep.
part.
Understand
That's what we're
this-
here for.
Exactly. Understand the
Yep.
simplicity of it. And don't be afraid to get your feet wet. Some of you are so acidic and so chemically sensitive
Yeah.
that you're taking baby steps to walk yourself out. Some of you can only have fruit one time a day. Some of you can't even have fruit at all. And that's scary when you get that level where your body can't handle fruit.
Yeah.
That's scary because that's the easiest. If you want to understand foods, start tasting your food. Start tasting the texture of the food. When you're chewing on a baked potato, feel the starch. Taste your foods. Taste how fast a grape digests, and just feel that energy of that, and just start feeling your foods. When you're chewing, if you're a dead animal eater, chew on that meat a while and see how you feel of that versus a grape. How much chewing and tearing apart your body has to do to get to whatever semblance of any nutrition that could be possibly left there, which is zit to nothing. And so you just have to really get and love your food and taste your food and understand your food. And pretty soon you'll understand where we're coming from just by your own experience with your own food. Some people eat, swallow, boom, they're done. They really don't get that. It's like herbs. When you start playing with herbs, you braise them, you put them on your skin, you taste them, you chew them. There's no machine to tell you this herb's got more nutrition than this machine. That's intellectualism, that's pharmacopoeia, that's ridiculous. That's a field that kills over 1 million people a year. Our fields have killed none. That's pretty strong evidence we have a serious problem on this planet with our healthcare system. And the problem is we have a system that's alternative, which was fine for surgeries and ERs, but now has invaded our healthcare. And there's 2 other modalities that stand tall of being the best, and the Queen uses one of them, and those in the know use us, the naturopaths. But the homeopathics are great people as well. We must start understanding more of truth and working this out. This planet is in a bad way right now.
You have babies that are actually being born with cancer, getting it in the womb.
At the other day.
That's a sad state.
So what does that mean? When you have when you have a fetus inside of you and those cells are being converted to cancer, what's going on? First of all, the mother's lymph system is a crap house mess.
Or father.
Or father. But generally the mother, because the baby's sitting right in mother, your baby's lymph system is hooked to yours as the mother, and your blood system, you're all hooked to the baby, so the baby can't poop or pee inside of the mother. But the mother is used lymphatically and all other ways through her eliminative systems. Imagine when she's not eliminating, the baby can't eliminate. You see what I'm saying? When the kidneys aren't filtering? So, and consider the genetic composed of a cell right now where we're at the lowest frequency and mutation of the human cell. And now you can see what the acid burns, the lymph systems are, and why you have infants with cancer cells in them. It's not good.
Nope.
And we need to turn that around. And you mamas that are getting ready to have babies, and we said this a long time, take time to get yourselves well, because your genes are your baby's genes, and your lymph system mother, because the baby lives in you for 9 months, your lymph system becomes your baby's lymph system. And that's what you don't. I've been watching this real close, and the mother has sulfur, the baby has sulfur.
Yep.
It's amazing. But everything that the mama's experiencing lymphatically, the baby is too.
You compare, when I first started this, you compare my eyes to my mom's eyes, and they look almost identical.
Wow.
Almost identical.
Yeah, well, you're bizarre. I mean, to see, we were talking about iris changes, and it was funny that guy asked about that on the YouTube, and then we just happened to have the gentleman in there, but your eyes are, we showed you Marcie's eyes before, but the rapid changing, your eyes are changing good too. So you really dig in, and the proof is there. The
Yep.
proof is there, and so many of you are winning the game. I love you all so much. And realize I'm all right here, we're all together here, and I wanted to introduce you to our counselors, because we're all 3 counselors here. I'm not doing much because I need to do more videos. I need to talk to you more. I've got stacks of them. We're going to shake it up a little bit. We'll do some webinars with Drew here. Yeah. Anything else we can do, Drew, that help them out?
Anything.
Anything, yeah. Any ideas that you want us to come up with to help you more, we'd be happy to consider it and do it for you.
Any.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
just send your questions. You've got ideas. We're open. So
Well, this is an education or a message that has to get out, and if you just have it coming through 3 people, it's not going to traverse the world as quickly as what it should. This needs to go from here to you to them. It has to get out.
And so many of you are doing such good work.
Absolutely.
I'm humbled and just, we're just going, my God, great souls right now.
A lot of the testimonials recently have been through the roof. Awesome.
Wow.
I want to hear the great results.
Yes,
They're happy. They're getting it.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it does take a year or two, even though I've had, you know, cases where we had a stomach cancer case. It was gone in 56 days. I've had 45 days, a lymphoma case. I've had some quick turnarounds. But those are strange, why we see them turn around so quick, you know, and others take so long. I think it's kidney
as
function.
you see, is how things are getting a lot more complicated. Systems are just so much more messed up. There's so much more toxic. It's
Good
going to
point.
take longer, and if moms aren't getting healthy, it's just going to keep passing down. Each generation's going to have a harder time. So that
Well, I
could be
Yep.
part of it too.
Well, you're right on though. No, that's,
Yeah.
and we've talked about that on this channel, that how more complicated cases are because of the genetic weaknesses of cells and the lymph toxicity. I mean, people are drinking milk now like it's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ice cream,
Yeah.
yogurts are popular.
I see what I've passed down to my son in his eyes. So, and if we have to keep working
You have
on
to
it.
keep
So
working on
his,
You can't feel bad about anything like that because it's unawareness, and this is a very
Yeah.
unaware planet.
Right.
So this is the whole idea, is you gain awareness.
Yes.
Or you lock yourself deeper into this world. So that's what I was talking to you about, creating things. If you want to stay around this planet, come back and visit it, then just start creating a bunch of things. Because what you create, you have to pay for. This isn't a free ride. God says you create, you pay for it. You created it, now you have to experience it. So that's where Jesus, Buddha, all the guys said detachment. Quit creating. Jesus didn't walk around creating a bunch of material things. He was talking against materiality. He was trying to show you, even though you can get into the Jesus mentality of poverty, or what we call the poverty consciousness, and I'd had that for years. And I finally worked myself out of that. You don't have to be in poverty to be spiritual. You don't have to be, but you can't care what you got. And I had a conversation with the guys the other day about that. You have to be willing. You can play with anything you want. Just be willing to let it go at any second. Who cares? Play with something else. That's detachment, because you're emotionally detached. You're just playing with it to enjoy it, and that's it. It's done. Hard to do.
Well, that's like the rich ruler that asked Jesus, "What must I do?" And Jesus knew right at the root what was going on. He said, "Obey all these commands." And he said, "I've done that since I was a child." And Jesus looked at him and he said, "You must give up your wealth." I'm paraphrasing, but the man was sad because it was material to him, and he couldn't. That was the one thing that he couldn't
Tied
give
him
up.
to his money.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if you want to be tied to greenbacks or whatever backs, not a good thing. Non-negotiable instruments in this country. Of course, most of them are if you're in world banking. But anyway, it is a pleasure to talk to you all.
Yes.
Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
I think I speak for Jen when I say we're very, very excited to be working with you guys,
Yes,
and
very much so. Yeah.
love where this is going to go in the future with you guys.
Definitely.
It's exciting. They've been the most exciting thing in our lives because each one of you are so beautiful. And when I meet each one of you at school, I just love to hug you because you each are so beautiful. And you know, many of them, we're coming to you at night and we're helping you. And I'm telling you, just keep listening to your inner guidance. Start putting your attention inside so you can recognize when we're at your door. Because a lot of us come to you and we're at your door. And I work more spiritually, and that's where I prefer to work. And so just be more aware of your dreams and your inner experiences. Because that, remember the old saying, you must go in to get out. All right?
Right.
We love you guys so much. Thank you so much. And enjoy the counselors. We are all good. These are the best counselors I know. Thank you.